Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Educating Liberals tweeted this: let's use some liberal logic. My AR-15 identifies as a Nerf gun. Anyone who disagrees is a racist. Welcome to the Kevin Jackson Show. KJRadio.com. If you want to give us a ring, 844-551-8255. I was at CPAC. I didn't get a chance to spend any time with President Trump. Needless to say, security was amped up. I flew in just to have meetings about things because here's what we're going to be doing. Our focus for the Blacks for Organization, Kevin Jackson, will be to change the black vote to such a degree that we never worry about the gerrymandering and the stuff that goes on from the left. So we've already had a significant impact. Trump has double the support of the black vote that he had from when he was elected. That's according to statistics. And we're going to be putting out a business plan on what we've been doing and how that number's been impacted. Now, there are people out there going, well, Kevin, there's lots of other people out there, Alan West and Star Parker and various others who are having an impact. I agree. But I believe that we accomplished more than most in this respect. One, in shoring up the conservative base. And I'm talking about the people that are going, Kevin, there are times I feel like the left is on the right track. We've dispelled that myth. Secondly, and I think there's three reasons now that I'm going to go all Rick Perry on you. The second thing we've done is those left-leaning moderates who've always felt a layer of guilt or something. We've gotten those people back to say, you know what? I've been listening to this black dude going on TV talking about these issues, and I feel better about who I am, and I'm going to lean to the right. And I know this for a fact because I ran into a lady at CPAC. I'll play her message here not too long from now. But she told me point blank, Kevin, you made me a conservative. She goes, I was a Democrat. She's a Hispanic lady. And she says, when you told me this statistics about American Indians being killed in more numbers than blacks, she goes, it hit me. And she goes, I started calling my family because she's part of an American Indian. And she's like, I started calling my family going, see, finally somebody's actually speaking the truth, because she was telling this to her sons. And so she goes, you got me. And she did a video for me at CPAC. I'll post that video as well. So lots of cool things came out of it. But look, folks, that's our mission. Our mission is to make sure people understand the left are liars, man. Liberal logic. Tucker Carlson said government at all levels played a role in allowing the Parkland massacre to occur, a larger role than we knew. Details are shocking. Here's what we've learned so far. Schools failed. Local police failed. Florida bureaucracy failed. The officer on duty failed, and the FBI failed. And this is the group of people that at every level of government, there are leftists who go, put your faith in law enforcement. Let me ask you this. If one of those kids, an 18-year-old senior, had a concealed license, could it have been different? What if a group of them did? What if the people there had reacted and had a different idea around gun culture? What could we have done? We would have saved many, many lives. In fact, I'll even go a step further. That kid would have never gone to that campus armed. If he knew every high school boy in that place either had access to a weapon or could get one easily, that the school was, had already had drills for how to handle active shooter situations and so on, this never would have happened. Why aren't we talking about this? Thomas Paine said this on his tweet. He says, in under 4 days, anti-gun school kids get, quote, websites, little blue check mark millions. And what he's saying with the little blue check mark is Twitter has already verified the organization that is representing these anti-gun school people. And just to put that in perspective, I've been on Twitter since 2011 or something. They know who I am. It's got my website and everything. We've requested on no less than 4 times for Twitter to verify that I'm who I am. Because when you're verified, people go, okay, this is the real Kevin Jackson. It's not somebody, pretending to be him. So you get exponentially more people that join you. I've got 66,000 people on Twitter, which is not very many, but I would probably have 250 to 300,000, maybe more, right? These kids already have a verified check mark. Get this. They've got millions in a GoFundMe account. They've got hundreds of thousands of followers in their social media. And he writes this. They've never even ran a lemonade stand, but instant millionaires and stars, not coordinated whatsoever. Somebody in the Democrat apparatus has said, okay, kids, this is what's going to happen. We're going to make you instant stars. We're going to get you millions. Twitter's going to verify you, and you're going to be ready to go. We're going to put you out there for media. All you got to do is say what we tell you to say. Brandon says this. CNN, don't attack the Florida kids. Don't call them liars either. The Florida student says this. CNN gave me a scripted questions to ask that they were going to ask. CNN then says, he's a liar. Don't listen to him. So this guy Brandon is showcasing the lunacy. To call it lunacy is really not even to do it justice. The duplicitous nature of the left. Don't call. CNN says, no, stop calling these kids liars, when we were telling them, look, we don't believe that these kids are saying all this stuff. Then a kid goes, look, they gave me scripted stuff to say. Then CNN goes, he's a liar. You can't call him a liar, but CNN can call him a liar. And they wonder why we don't trust them. Governor Mike Huckabee says, what did I miss? Cowardly corporations punish NRA because the FBI failed to act on info regarding the shooter. Florida sheriff had 4 deputies who stood outside and hid during gunfire that killed 17 innocent kids. How many NRA members did mass shootings? 0. Dana Lash says, quote, it is not inflammatory to accurately criticize media's obsession with tragedies for ratings. What is inflammatory is presenting and allowing accusations to stand uncorrected millions of innocent law-abiding Americans who are parents too as murderers. We've done nothing wrong. See, this is what cracks me up about the left. They are constantly doing things wrong. They are constantly, it's their kids. It's their kids. Your kids, 99% of the time, are doing things by the book, the right way. I mean, don't misunderstand me. Their kids doing crazy things from time to time, but they're not shooting up schools. They're not pushing. Well, I mean, they may use drugs, but most of them aren't involved in the drug trade. Most of them are not, out beating up people and they live in a gangster life. They're not. Your kids are going through the normal, issues of growing up and coming of age. Which doesn't always agree with you and your sensibilities, but you've taught them, and they'll figure it out. But these other people's kids, these leftist kids, they are killing people day in and day out with guns, knives, humiliating them, bullying them. They're doing all the things that they claim that they stand against. It's so twisted in a crazy sense that it's hard to believe that we're even discussing it, honestly.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.